Cahireann, and thank you, Minister. The concept of home is a very powerful one. It relates to a sense of belonging, a sense of community, and it's the anchor in many of our lives. And for those of us with a home, it means that whatever the misfortune, ill health or crisis, there's always a sanctuary. And if you talk to anyone that's homeless, they'll tell you about the gaping hole that it leaves, about the stress and uncertainty of not having a place that they can call their own. And Minister, what's in question this evening is something very similar and no less fundamental. The reality in Ireland today, as you have acknowledged, is that there are children who are either stateless or citizens of a country that is completely alien to them. They think of themselves as Irish, but our legal system declines to recognise their identity. And all because in 2004, the government of the day decided that it needed to stop so-called maternity tourism. It was a cruel decision then. It was challenged by my party, the Labour Party, and by many others in civil society who foresaw the damage that it would do. But in recent years, we as a country, I think, have embraced a broader and more inclusive view of what it means to be Irish. And certainly we believe it's well past the time to extend that spirit of equality to those who should and would have been citizens had the 27th Amendment not been passed. So the time has come to restore birthright citizenship, which should never have been taken away. And I'm very proud as a Labour Party senator that the leader of our party in the Seanad, Ivana Bacik, had brought forward this bill in 2018 and is bringing forward again today, spearheaded by Ivana, campaigned on by Labour Youth and indeed many other groups, and campaigned on so passionately by the late Cormac O'Brien. And I want to acknowledge the comments by you, Minister, and indeed by the other parties who are going to speak here this evening in support of the objectives of our bill. But it's really critical that we move on, we press on with this bill now and we don't delay, because the importance of this bill for the many new Irish families cannot be understated. There are children in this country who are living under a cloud of uncertainty. They never know if or when that notice of intention to deport may arrive for their parents. They never know how safe they are in the country they call home. It's a life sentence having to live under the radar. So parents without a driver's licence or a passport, without the access to rights and duties of citizenship, without the ability to work lawfully. It's a situation ripe for exploitation. And even though children born here who may now be young adults about to turn 18 or go into college, even though they may speak with an Irish accent, they received all their education here, they could, for whatever reason, be hit with a notice of intention to deport and be sent to a country halfway across the world and a country they have never known. All because in the 2004 referendum, there is now no legal avenue for children born to undocumented parents to acquire residency or citizenship at a later stage in their life. So restoring the right to citizenship is the answer, the only answer that can fit with our view of ourselves as members of a fair, just, free and equitable country. And it isn't enough to say that the rate of deportation is thankfully very low, and it's not enough to say that parents can apply for permission to remain and then access a legal path to residency. That is not acceptable. We cannot leave to chance the rights of children born here or brought here as babies. We can't leave those rights to the discretion of, to be honest about it, to the officials within your department, within the Department of Justice. We cannot have an arbitrary system of immigration where it is left to the discretion of civil servants. We need to have a standard system to all babies born here. And in particular where parents could be refused permission on so-called character grounds. So if they have a conviction or another matter on their file, where then does that leave the child? And I want to finish on this, Cahireann. The existing Act of 2004 stands out as one of modern Ireland's great hypocrisies. Because if you're born with the right heritage, with the right Irish blood in any part of the world, so long as you can prove your link through one grandparent, Irish citizenship is yours. Yet if you actually live in this country, if you actually live in Ireland, if you were born in Ireland, it doesn't matter whether you speak the language, whether you know and love this country, whether you think of this place as home, your only home. None of this matters if you have the misfortune of your parents not having the right paperwork. So it is not acceptable that we continue to cut off these people, young people, from the full legal recognition of their place within the Irish national family. We cannot continue to deny them the full and enduring security in their home that only the right to citizenship can provide. Garamagat.